This is the default twistOS desktop, and if like me, you have been using it for a long time, you might want to mix it up a little. If you watch the video till the end, you can take your desktop from this to this. Let's get started. When you start making a Linux rise, you probably want to choose a color scheme first, so that you can theme everything according to that. Some of the well-known use for desktop theming are the Nord color scheme, Graubox, and Dracula. I'm going to be using the Nord color scheme for this video. So now that we are choosing a color scheme, let's start theming. First, let's install the GTK theme. We are going to be using the Nordic GTK theme. So first, you need to download the theme. You can download it by going to the releases page. Here, click here, scroll down until you find the assets here and click on Nordic Darker and let it finish downloading. Once it finishes downloading, open the file manager, which is Tunar in twistOS's case. So just I can open from the dock here. So then go inside the downloads folder. Then we have to extract this archive. So you can right click it and click on extract here. Once we have downloaded the theme, we have to install the theme. To install it, we have to move to a specific folder. So that folder is /home/pi/.themes. So let's go to /home/pi first. So this is the home directory. So we have to create the .themes folder here. So first you need to make the hidden files visible. To do that, you can click on view and click on show hidden files here to show all the hidden files. Hidden files are the files whose names start with the dot here. It's like .config, .local, etc. So then right click and click on create folder and name it .themes and click on create. Then go inside the .themes folder. So here you need to place a Nordic GTK theme. So just go to the downloads folder, click on it, do Ctrl X, go back and just paste it here. Once you have pasted it, you can close this. And then you need to apply the theme. To do that, click on menu, settings manager. Here click on appearance, scroll down until you find the so you can see the Nordic Darker theme which I just installed. Click on it and you can see all the colors change, and then click on close, and so you can see all the colors of the applications have changed. The browser has a new nice black color, and then if you open the file manager also, you can see it's no more in the light theme. It's using the Nord color scheme now. So if you don't like the Nord theme and you want to install some other theme, you can search for it. So example, if you want the Dracula theme, you can just go to the Dracula theme website. So I can just go to Dracula theme. Here you can say draculatheme.com. Click on it. And then just search for GTK here. You can see the Dracula GTK theme comes up. So you can install this is what the Dracula themes look like. So you can just install similarly how I showed. And if you want any other theme, you can just search for it in Google, or you can even search for it in this website called pling.com. This is another great website to find themes, icons, wallpapers, etc. So now that we have finished installing GTK theme, let's install the icon pack. So next we're going to install the icon theme. For the icon theme, I'm going to be using the papyrus or icon theme. So to install it, just scroll down here, click here, and you'll see the papyrus installer. You'll see the root directory here, and when you hover over it, you'll find this clipboard icon. Click on it, so you copy the command and then open a terminal from a dock here. and then just right click and paste it here. It will start installing the papirus icon theme. As you can see, the papirus icon theme has finished installing. You can apply it the same way to apply the GTK theme by opening the applications menu, going into settings and settings manager, clicking on appearance, icons, and choosing papirus dark here. You can see all the icons change. You can see the icons in dock have changed. The icons in the settings manager have changed. Even in the application menu have changed. You might have to reboot for all the icons to change, but majority of the icons change. Now that we have installed papirus icon theme, we need to install the papirus node, which will change the folder colors. So you can see we have a wide variety to choose from. So to install this, we need to clone the repo first. To that, click on clone here and click on this clipboard button here. Once that's done, it will come as copied. Then open the terminal again and run git clone and paste that link and click enter. This will download that GitHub repo. Once you have finished downloading it, we do cd into it. So just click cd and type pap and click tab, so it will autofill. Click enter and here type sudo, click / type in and click on tab and that will autofill and click enter. And when it asks you this question, just type shift y and click enter. It will install the papirus node. So to change the folder color, so I have to run this command papirus-folders, and then you can see if you scroll down in the GitHub repo here, you can list all of them using the. So if I can just copy this command here, papirus folder and theme papirus dark. Open the terminal again and just paste that command. It will list all the themes which we have installed. If you don't know what the themes look like, so for example the Polar Night 3, so you can just see how it looks here. So here you can see this is what Polar Night 3 looks like. I'm going to go with Frost Blue 1, so I can just open the terminal again, and then to set the theme, just click papir, just click tab, it will autofill again, -c, and type, you can see here it's Frost Blue 1, so I can just type that, Frost Blue 1, and click enter. You can see it will just changing the colors of the folders. So it has finished changing. So now if I open the file manager, you can see I get those Frost Blue icons. So we're done with the icons now. Mr. OS uses a custom search program in the Mac OS theme, but I like using Rofi as a search program. So Rofi is very customizable and you have many themes for it. So to install it, just open a terminal and then type sudo apt install Rofi and click enter. You can see Rofi has finished installing. Now we need to install a theme for Rofi. So one of my favorite places to find Rofi themes is this GitHub repo by ADI1090X. Here you'll find a lot of Rofi themes which you can use. You can install any one you want and you can start using them. But I took one of them and customized it a little bit to suit this desktop. So let me just open that. So this is a config file here. So I can just copy everything using Ctrl+A, Ctrl+C. Then open the terminal again. Then go to cd.config, create a directory called Rofi, and then create a file called config.rasi and click enter and paste everything just copied right now. Click on Control X and click Y to save it. Click enter. So we have created the Rofi file. Now we need to launch Rofi. To do that, run this command. You can search, choose me an error. There's no file config.rasi. Okay, that's because I made the config.rasi in the .config directly. Let me just move that very quick. Move config.rasi to Rofi, click enter. Now if I run this command again, okay, I misspelled D run here. Yeah, so you can see Rofi launches here, and you can see this is how the launcher works. You can just search for any app. So if I want the Twister OS about app, you can see it shows up here, but you can see the font and the text here is not proper. That's because the proper font is not installed. Let us install that very quick. Go to releases. Here scroll down until you find the Fantastic font. Yeah, you can see the Fantastic Sans Mono is here. Just click on it, that will download it. Let it finish downloading. Once it's finished downloading, open the file manager. Go to the downloads folder and extract this. I click on extract here. So the font files are here. Just copy all of them and go to the home directory. Click on Ctrl H to show the hidden files. I need to create a .fonts directory. So right click, create folder, .fonts, and click enter. Go inside it and paste those font files I just downloaded. So you can the Fantastic Sans Nerd font is installed on our system now. So if we launch Rofi again, you can see all the fonts are coming properly now. You can see the icons here are proper. So here you can search for apps. If you click on this first one, the star icon, it will show you all the open windows. So if I click on Tunar here and click enter, it will change the focus to that. If I again open it and again click on star, I go to the click on Chromium, click enter, click open the Chromium window. So you won't need to run the command terminal several times. We'll just map a keyboard shortcut to it. So let's map the keyboard shortcuts now. So now we are going to be adding the keyboard shortcuts. To do that, click on menu, settings, and settings manager. Click on keyboard here. Click on application shortcuts. Click on add here. And I need to paste the Rofi command we had here. Copy it and paste it here. Click OK. And now just put the shortcut anything you want. I usually like using Alt R. So now whenever I click the keyboard shortcut Alt R, Rofi launches. Pretty cool, right? So you can map any other application like that, whichever you want. If you want, you could do Alt F to open the file manager. So I can just do add. So file manager's name is Tunar. So just type Tunar and click OK and map it to Alt F. So now if I click on Alt F, you can see the file manager opens up. I even like to map some keyboard shortcuts for tiling the windows to the side and top and all. So to do that, go back to all settings, window manager, click on keyboard here. Let me just maximize this, it's easy for you to see. So the first keyboard shortcut is probably Alt Tab You can use it to see which all windows are open. Then you can see close window shortcut, Alt F4. I like to remap this to Alt W. It's just easier to click. And then you can see which all shortcuts else you have here. You could have even used the Alt F shortcut for toggling full screen. I'm just going to leave it default here. And then yeah, so this is the one you want. Tile window to the left, tile window to the right, top left and all. You can do the other ones. I'm just going to show you left and right now. So click on edit and do anything you want. I like using Alt Shift H. You can use anything you want. This is my preference. And for right, you can use, I'm going to use Alt Shift L. So when I open a terminal here and use those keyboard shortcuts, you can see it tiles it to the left and right. You can simply add keyboard shortcut to tile to the top, the bottom, the top left, top right and all that. You can do anything you want there. Then we can even add keyboard shortcuts to move between the workspaces. So default one is Control plus F1, F2, F3 like that. You will have some keyboard shortcuts to move the window to that specific workspace. So I will add the workspace keyboard shortcuts in the workspace section of this video. So we are done with the keyboard shortcuts for the window manager for now. Then we probably want to install a cool Windows WM4 theme, which is the theme for the title bars here. I like using the XFWM4 gaps theme. So when I tile the windows together, tile the windows side by side, you'll find a gap between them here. So we can install that. Again, I'll link all this in the description. You don't need to search so much. And click on code and click on this clipboard button. Open the terminal again and type git clone Ctrl+Shift+V. You should paste it in terminal and click enter. So clone the themes repo, let it finish downloading first. You can see I finished downloading. Now we have to move all the themes in .themes directory. We could do it using the file manager, but that's just too slow. So I can just move everything using this command. Move except tab and click up, put a star here. So star means everything in a directory, and then just click .themes and click enter. So it will move all the XFWM4 themes into the .themes folder. That's where we want them. So if you open the window manager here again, just go back once and open this again. It will show you all the new themes we have installed. There are many themes in the GitHub repo. You can go through them if you want, but I know which theme I want. I want the XFWM4 gaps theme. You can see this one. So yeah, so this is the themes I want. So if I click on close, and if I just minimize this, so if I open another terminal window, and if I tile it to the right, and I tile this window to the left, you can see there's a small gap between them. You can see there's a gap between the panel and the margin. The shadow here. To disable the shadow, open the settings here again. You need to go to the settings manager, go to window manager tweaks, and in the compositor, yeah, show shadow under regular windows. Just disable that and the shadows will disappear. And then you can see the gap between them. So I could just tile two windows like that. I could even do it with the file manager if I want. You can just tile it to the right, and you can see there's a gap between them. So it looks really nice when you're using it. When you have gaps, you can take a look at the wallpaper. So you can just use it like that. Now that we have a good XFWM4 theme and we have configured a shortcut for opening Rofi, let's take a look at customizing the panel. So I usually like dividing the panel into three parts. On the left part, I have my workspace picture, In the middle I have my time, and in the right side I have everything else. So let's just do that. So right click on the panel here, click on panel preferences. So if you go into items, so as I told you, I want the workspace switcher first. So click on add this plus button here and search for workspace switcher and click add and click on close, and then move this to the top. If I move it to the top, it means you go to the leftmost side. So you can see it's on the left here. I want a separator there, so there's a gap between those two. I don't use the applications menu, I just use the Rofi launcher. You can keep it if you like. Click on remove, and then I don't like using the window buttons. I usually use the blank dock, so I can remove that too. Click on remove, and then let's add the time. So the clock is here, so then move it to the top. Yeah, so move it to top here, and you want in the middle, so click on separator here and check expand here, and then we have on the separator here, which is also expand. When you keep the clock between two extended separators, it will put in the center, and then you can see I have everything else on the right here. So this is how I like my panel. You can customize it however you want. And so we're done with the panel. Now I'm going to show you how to customize the workspaces. Workspaces are not virtual desktops. You'll know about virtual desktops if you try out Windows 11. You know the different virtual desktops you get in that. Yeah, there's something similar to that. So let's start setting up the workspaces. So to set up workspaces, I can need to launch the settings manager. So you might be asking, remove the applications menu, how am I going to launch it? So I'm going to launch it using Rofi, of course. Alt R, settings manager, let's see it here, click enter, click on workspaces, and now you can see I only have one workspace, but I'm going to add, I usually like having 4 or something like that. So just click here to add more workspaces, and you can see in this workspace bar here, it shows which all windows are here. So you can see this small rectangle here. If I open another window here, will show you the other rectangle here with the files icon. So it will just show you all the windows there. I don't like it showing like that. I feel it takes a lot of space in the panel. So I can just change that by clicking on right clicking here, clicking on properties, and clicking on unchecking show miniature view. So it will now just show the workspace names. And of course it also takes a lot of space, so just name all the workspaces to 1 2 3 4. So I can just rename it here. I can right click, I can just double click, and 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Wait a second, 4, and you can see now it's become tiny, and it's 1 2 3 4. And yeah, so now I have other workspaces here, so I can just switch between them, so they're like on their own separate desktops. So if I were to open a terminal window here, it won't be open here, it will just be open in this window here. And you probably want to switch the windows between different workspaces. To do that, go to all settings, window manager, keyboard, and let me just maximize this. So here you'll find the keyboard shortcut related to the workspaces. So first you want the keyboard shortcut to move between the different workspaces. To do that, click on this, and I usually like using the Alt plus the workspace number. So move to workspace 1 would be 1, 2 would be 2, So the third workspace would be Alt 3 and fourth workspace Alt 4. So if I can just use the keyboard shortcuts now to move between different workspaces. I want to move the windows between different workspaces. So to do that I can use this section here. So to move them, you can use the default shortcut, which is Control Alt 1, or I usually prefer Alt Shift 1 or Alt Shift 2, something like that. So to Alt Shift 1, Alt Shift 2, Alt Shift 3, and Alt Shift 4. So now if I open a terminal and I want it in the second workspace, I can just do Alt Shift 2. If I go to second workspace, you can see terminal is here now. I can move the third workspace and it's in the third workspace now. So I can use different workspaces like that. So you can just map the keyboard shortcuts however you want. One more setting to configure for workspace settings is to add the margins to the side screen edges. So you can see if I maximize the terminal window here, there's no gap between the screen edges here. So to add that, just right click here, workspace settings, margins. You can just add like 10 or 5 here. Let me just add 10 and 10, and if I close this now and if I maximize this again, you can see this margin to screen now 2, and you can see I can this margin to screen edges 2. So you can just customize the values to whichever resolution for you it works. One more thing is if you move the window to the edge too much, it moves it to the next workspace. So I can just move it back to the first workspace. Yeah, so I can just do Alt Shift H and it will work properly now. It will have gaps now. You might even need to add a gap at the top here, but if you are adding that, make sure to take into account the panels also here. So you might have to add, if you're adding 10, you should add 10 plus 40 or something like that. So make sure to do that. So you know how the workspaces work now, how to move between them and how to move windows between them. Now all that's left is using blank instead of this panel here and changing the wallpaper. So let's just do that. I like using this wallpaper here. I leave a link for in the description below. So let me just download it. So I can just save some pictures as, yeah, I have to name it here. I can name it as wallpaper and save it here. Once you have finished doing that, you need to open a terminal. I need to move that wallpaper to /user/share/rpd wallpaper. So let's just do that. You can run this command, moves pictures / the file which we had just downloaded, that was wallpaper.jpg, to /user/share/rpd wallpaper. Make sure to add a sudo here and click enter. So now we can just change the wallpaper by right clicking, desktop settings, and if I scroll down here, can find wallpaper I just downloaded. Yeah, you can see the wallpaper applied. This is a nice wallpaper which goes with the Nord theme. And then let's get rid of this panel here and just do panel preferences. This is the second panel, so just click the minus button here. Make sure not to remove the first panel, to the top panel here, and then we need to launch blank. So just do Alt R or whichever keyboard shortcut you map for Rofi and do blank and click enter. So I should see the dock here now. Yeah, you can see dock here now. By default it's using the Big Sur theme. I just like doing it to the transfer theme. If you're wondering how I got the preferences menu, click on control and right click anywhere and it'll give you this window. I just click on preferences here. So I like putting it as transparent and making it as auto hide, so it'll hide. It was your desktop. So if I ever minimize the window and want to use it, I can just see the windows here. So you can see I have the Chromium tabs here. So I can just use it like that. Can close them by clicking them. So it'll hide when it's not in use, and it'll say that. We need to add this plank to auto start because plank is not used in default to store theme. So disable it in the startup. So let's open startup applications using Alt R, session and startup. Click on application auto start, and you should see plank somewhere here. Let me just see. If you are unable to see plank, just click on add, name it plank doc, and just put the command as plank and click on OK. I'm also going to disable conky and click on close. And now if I reboot, the plank will launch on boot. So let me just reboot it once. So if I do Alt W or Alt F4, that will open the logout menu. Here you can restart it. You can see I just finished rebooting, and now if I take my mouse down, you can see plank has launched on startup. Some more things I would like to do is hide all desktop icons. I don't like them seeing them on desktop. I like it to be just the wallpaper. So click on desktop settings, icons, and click on icon type and choose none. That will hide all the icons. And also, if you notice, there's a little transparency in the panel. I don't like it, so I'm just going to test as I'm just going to remove the transparency. So panel preferences, appearance, and use the solid style and just put alpha as full, and that will make it full dark. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I showed you how to get a new search program. I showed you how to add tiling functionality, tiling keyboard shortcuts. So Alt Shift K, Alt Shift H. Oh yeah, let's just add a Nord theme for the terminal. So I can just open a browser. So you can see how much easier it becomes when I use tiling keyboard shortcuts now. So I'll tile it to the left here. I'm going to search for nord-xfce-terminal. You can see the first link here, the GitHub link. Again, everything will be linked in the description. You want to search for this and all. So you can see, you can just clone this repo here. So do git clone, Control Shift V to paste it. Go inside the folder and run /install.sh. So you can see it's finished installing. So right click this, preferences, click on colors, click on load presets and choose node here. You can see you get the node color scheme in the terminal. This also has a little transparency. I don't like that, so I'm just going to remove that. So colors, appearance, yeah, and just make the opacity full to remove the transparency. So you can see we have a node terminal now. So yeah, at this point you almost have everything node: the browser, the terminal, the file manager, everything is node theme. So you can have fun customizing your desktop. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out my other videos.